today. From Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. It's been all systems going this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll get this up to about the 44. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They look to throw. It's Locke. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points.
There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. To the 43, second down. The Seahawks at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row. And if we look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Let's face it, anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits in this era of high-flying offenses, that's saying something. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The New York set to take the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. These two teams all tied after one. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Steps away. He's got a man complete. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Locke. He's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the move to his left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Possession switching back to the New York Giants as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Back to throw again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. They'll look to throw again. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too. Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game. Finding room at midfield, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out to his left. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off. Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2. Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends. Good point. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as that game draws closer to halftime. Marquise Brown with 3 touchdown receptions. From there, we'll head west to check on the other team in the Keystone State, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Sam Darnold has thrown a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Block off of play action. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Back to Walker on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now to the air. Lock. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Lock now on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter. Not
only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field. And we are ready to rock. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. He'll look to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Locke. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. An inside give to Jones. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The give is to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Now for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And New York set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Brought down in the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Seahawks, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.